What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, do I have a new leader to show you? Well, I have two new leaders to show you. One of them's Law looks good. One of them's Gecko Moria. I saw Gecko Moria on my phone in the middle of a supermarket, and I translated it myself, as I tend to do. And then I had to stand there in the supermarket double checking I had in fact not mistranslated it, because it had been revealed seconds earlier and I had no one else's translation to work from, and it seemed a bit too good. So let's start there, shall we? By the way, I've checked the translation several times with myself. I am sure it's right. It just looks absurdly good. As a side note, we now know that in fact, the leaders we saw the other day are in fact the real ones. We have a Law, but we don't have a Kuma, which canonically drives me crazy because we have 7 Warlords of the Sea, but they don't fit any particular time period in the One Piece anime or manga. And I'm not loving the regular art here because it's just taken from the anime. Like, you can see the credit in the top right-hand corner, just as TV animation. Don't love that. Wish they'd hired an artist to do it, but never mind. Right. What have we got from Gecko Moria? Dual colour black and yellow, and it's Thriller Bark. There's a bunch of black Thriller Bark. A bunch of black Thriller Bark. There is no yellow Thriller Bark. Doesn't exist right now. Honestly, doesn't exist. Sorry about that. You're missing out. You are missing out on a couple of green Thriller Bark, which the Perona leader from OP-14 can use, but generally speaking, most of the best stuff is in black anyway, so we're just not terribly upset. And yes, there is going to be some yellow. There has to be. Come on. Okay, it's not confirmed, but it kind of has to be over in OP-14. So I'm a little bit excited to see where we go here. The Black Moria leader, the Mono Black leader, was great for a while, and then it kind of dropped off, and it resurfaces occasionally. People do still have good runs with it, but generally speaking, it's had its time because we banned the ridiculous Gecko Moria character. Is it time for Gecko Moria to come back? Yeah, honestly, I think it is. I think Thriller Bark's here again, and I'm a little bit sad that it's not Perona, but I'm a little bit happy that I can play Perona cards with Moria. So what have we got? We got Activate Main. Once per turn, you may KO one of your Thriller Bark characters, and then your leader and all of your characters gain 1,000 power this turn. Oh. That seems really good. A 1k bump. And what's important here, you do have to KO one of your Thriller Bark characters. That's important. But then all of your characters and your leader gain the 1,000 bump, not just Thriller Bark. And the thing is, we have some KO skills on Thriller Bark characters, and I think the best one here is Jagoro of the Wind from OP-06, which Regulation Mark 2 is going to survive the rotation. Because on KO, one of your leader or character cards gains 1,000 power for the turn. Wonderful. Now we're doubling up here and getting an extra boost. It's not the only one. There are a couple of other on KO skills. The In-Your-Pay has got an on-play and on KO. If your leader is Thriller Bark, which it is, draw 2, trash 2. You're not gaining card advantage, but you are cycling through your deck, getting closer to the things you want to draw. That's awesome. And then we've got ourselves Taralan here, which on play and on KO trashes the top 3 cards of your deck. Really useful for if you're trying to play cards that need a certain amount of cards in the trash, for instance. Love this. Sure, you've got to KO one of your own characters, fine, but you get a 1k bump to all of them, and just attack with a character, or do whatever you want to do with it, and then KO it, and all the rest get a bump. I love this. It's phenomenal. But wait, there's more, because when attacking, trash 3 cards from your hand, add a card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. Firstly, hang on a second. Every time this leader attacks, you can add to your life. That's absurd. And secondly, this is black-yellow. So you're going to have all of those lovely yellow trigger cards available. And the more trigger you've got in your deck, the more likely it is that one is going to hit the top of your deck when you use this skill. So it's not just that you're adding to your life, although you are adding to your life and that's fantastic. It is also that you're potentially getting more trigger coming out here as well. This is absurd. Absolutely absurd. This seems like a redonkulous leader, an absolutely redonkulous leader. And let's not forget, it was only in EBO3 the other day we got ourselves a new Perona. And like I said, we're not going to Perona leader here, but we do have at least a new Perona, a bunch of Perona we can use, but that does include the new Perona from EBO3 that literally just came out this past week in Japan. And this is one that looks pretty good, but there was an argument we didn't have a good enough Thriller Bark leader right now. Well, now we have a new Thriller Bark leader, so presumably we can be happy about this. We've got a blocker, and we've got ourselves on play, give up to one rested Don to one of your leader or characters, and then if you've got 10 or more cards in your trash, remember how I said we've got the Taraland, which is helping to build up your trash? This is one of the cards I was referring to. Place up to one character card with Thriller Bark Pirates and a cost of 2 or less from your trash, rested. Yes, you can start replaying some of your characters with this, and you've got a blocker. I like this card as well. I think Thriller Bark is coming back, dudes. I think this is about to get silly. And I don't like Gecko Moria, but I do like Perona. So I am totally down with it. Now, there is a counter-argument here, and the counter-argument essentially is trashing 3 cards from your hand is a lot. And the first skill is trashing your own character. So you're going to need some kind of draw here. You're going to need to protect your hand size. That is pretty important. That is what could stop this being full-on proper job top tier, because trashing 3 is going to be a lot. But even if you only get this a couple of times during the game, you've got a skill that lets you boost all of your characters and your leader for the turn. And then you've got a skill which is giving you an extra 2 life during the game. And again, we've not seen the yellow or any of the new Thriller Bark from this set, so there could be some nice draw in there. I'm just saying, this looks ridiculous. This is the most excited I've been about a leader playability-wise for a few sets. This one looks absurd. As you would expect, there is an event card to come along with it. There is for all of these as they're being revealed. And what we've got here is Hurry Up and Make Me the Pirate King. And it's just got a trigger and a main that do the same thing. 1 cost card. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Thriller Bark Pirates card other than Hurry Up and Make Me the Pirate King. Add it to your hand. Trash the rest of the cards. But again, black likes playing from the trash, so we're absolutely fine. It's just a 1 cost searcher. Honestly, I kind of love this. One of the things that's quite important to point out, one of the good Thriller Bark cards that we are losing in green is that Perona Searcher. The one from OP-09, it's green, you can't play it. So, actually being able to have an event card here that can do a bit of searching seems like a bit of a win. Helps make up for the fact that we're losing the OP-09 Perona because it's the wrong colour. But I did promise you a Trafalgar Law as well, and we've got one. We've got Mono Red, 5,000 power, 5 life. And what we've got from Law here is select 2 of your Supernova or Heart Pirate characters. Swap the base power of the selected characters during this turn. Oh. Okay. It's got to be Supernova or Heart Pirate, admittedly. But this seems kind of fun. What you can do here is, we have a couple good cards with Rush. Like, for instance, the OP-01 Zorro. And my first thought here, when we have a situation like this, my first thought is always, how can we do stuff our opponent isn't expecting? And Rush is where we are. We've got the OP-01 Zorro that's a Supernova with Rush, although admittedly that's not going to be lasting forever with the rotation. But then we've also got Kid and Killer from EB-01, which has Rush. And there's Luffy and all that as well. But the point is, what you can do here is have a big character, attack with them, then play Zorro, Orchid and Killer, swap the power, and then, oh look, now you get to attack with Zorro, but it's not a 5k, it's a 6k or something even higher. You can use the character that's on the board and then swap it with Zorro. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about here. Essentially using a bigger character and then playing something with Rush, swapping them, and then essentially getting the bigger swing twice. And there's other things you can do, but that's what I'm thinking. This one could actually be very, very fun. Now, there is obviously an event card here as well. Time for the counter attack. And we got ourselves a 1-cost counter, which says that if you got an 8,000 power or higher character in play, then your leader or one of your characters gets a 4k bump for the battle. Yeah, 4k bump for one is brilliant, but there is a downside, and that is you got to have an 8k or higher on the board. As a trigger, you get to play a red character with 2,000 power or less from your hand. Oh, cool. I like that. Sounds fun. This strikes me as a very fun leader. I'm kind of a bit distracted by how good I think Gecko Moria could end up being, but I think the lore here, there's a little bit of potential, and certainly being able to essentially play a character with Rush and immediately make it more powerful because you've got a bigger boy sitting on the field already, that is very enticing. And you know, players are going to come up with some other tricks. So there we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Tell me if you think Gecko Moria is as busted as I think Gecko Moria is. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.